Hello and welcome, guys. Today we're going to break down some ads in the tax space for CPAs and everything that has to do with taxes. I've picked basically 3 people that I found are running ads for a while, right? So if you're running ads in the tax space, here are some people that obviously are doing it since June, right? So if they're running ads since June, that is a high likelihood that they're making money with these ads. Maybe they're just burning cash, but we can assume they're making money with these ads. I personally checked out a couple of these, right? And some of them are pretty good. There's obviously some room for improvement in my eyes. For some, others are doing very, very well. So I'm going to analyze the ads according to our ideal structure for direct response ads, right? So that's kind of like just the easy way to run ads. I know most people are actually not doing it like that, but we want to spread some more education. So we're going to analyze basically their structure. What is their hook? Like, what do they offer? Do they explain who they are? And what's the mechanism and the CTA behind it, right? So first we have Bryant and Associates, right? So this would be probably a typical CPA firm, right? So they are very, geared towards bookkeeping, payroll, tax planning for businesses. I like that they're posting content, right? So we can see already they're posting videos. Let's maybe hop in the ad and just quickly analyze the ad as we see it.
Are you a business owner that's concerned with inaccurate books? Hi, I'm Zach Bryant, an owner with Bryant Associates accounting firm. If you're a business owner that is wanting to have more accurate reconciliation of your books, more accurate cost and expense reporting.
Okay, so I was looking to stop this. So basically at the beginning, their hook is, hey, if you're a business...
Are you a business owner that's concerned with inaccurate books?
That's concerned with inaccurate books, right? So obviously the hook pain point, right? Like, hey, do you have inaccurate books? Then who he is, right? So he's kind of like, obviously, I always like to put the offer first, right? So, hey, if you're concerned with inaccurate books, so this is how you could look like. If you're concerned with inaccurate books, we will, clean up your books. We will put the accounting and we save you, X amount in taxes. And you get all of this for X amount, or you don't pay a dime, right? Like, or something like that. Or, hey, we will put all of this and it's only $79 or something. Just to put a nice offer in front. But I like that they
with Bryant Associates accounting firm. If you're a business owner that is wanting to have more accurate reconciliation of your books, more accurate cost and expense reporting, and
so he's basically going a little bit deeper into the problem, deeper into the pain point.
Ultimately wanting to have a better record and recording of those monthly financial reports, then you likely would see a large benefit from working with our organization.
So here I feel they missed a strong offer, right? Like likely would see a benefit from working with our organization. I mean, that could be stronger, but obviously it's working for them. So you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to be a magician to come up with some ads.
We work with our clients on a month-to-month basis, tracking their income, cost, expenses, producing those monthly financial statements, and then being able to give that back to the client as a receivable so they can understand how their month performed, so they can make adjustments and better adjust their business practices. It also allows us to give better, timely guidance and proactive tax planning for our clients. So when it does come around to tax time, we've done the strategies and ideas and put those in place so those business owners can help reduce their tax liability. Perfect your books with our expertise. Start now.
I feel the CTA start now, right, could also be stronger, right? It could point towards a direct action, book a call with us right now. And I feel they missed a little bit the part where they talk about the offer and the unique mechanism, right? Like, so basically he's telling, hey, hook, pain point, call out. And that's probably the most important part, right? So you have to get this right first. Then he tells them nicely who you are. He kind of tells them somewhat how this is going to work. But I feel like the offer could be stronger, right? So I would say like here, you probably would have wanted a stronger offer. Like I said, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what the upside is of listening to us, right? So that's kind of like what I would recommend for these people to do. Also, I do think missing a little bit, right? Like obviously if you point just to the website, they have an intake form here, right? With Go High Level, so that looks pretty good. But I would say like probably put them into a funnel would be the preferred way of handling this. But obviously, like I said, this ad is running since 5th of June, so probably is working for them in some type of fashion, right? So that's all I'm saying. Like always, you don't have to be the genius to run ads, but obviously if they would want to improve it, they would need a better offer in the ad, and I think also a stronger CTA with a funnel. So let's switch to the next guy. The next guy is the CPA dude. I really like his ads. Also, one thing that we have to notice here, it's over 1 minute, right? So if it's over 1 minute, you cannot place it nicely in stories, right? Like it has a little bit of a downside. So you preferably want to have your ad be less than, a minute if you want to do this. This one I really, really like because it's very short. It's very good to the point. He's pointing everything towards a funnel, right? So he's like, obviously, path to paying 0 taxes to the IRS. That's a big promise. That's a good promise. I like that. I really like that offer here. So let's watch the videos.
Is your CPA just a good CPA or an outstanding one? Every tax accountant has access to the same
It's a good hook. Is your CPA a good one or an outstanding one? And that just creates the question that creates curiosity. And then kind of like, I really like that hook, and obviously it's working since it's running for a couple months now.
has access to the same tax code, but not every CPA knows how to use it to the client's full advantage. That's because it's easier just to file clients' taxes, give them pointers on deductions, rather than creating a tax strategy plan every year. I've got a video explaining exactly how you can get on the path to paying $0 in taxes to the IRS. Click the link below to learn how. Is your CPA just a...
So a couple of things here, right? Like we see very strong, I really like the offer, right? Like paying $0 in taxes obviously is a great offer, right? Like who doesn't want to pay $0 in taxes? I think he's a little bit missing the credibility section, right? So you could probably add like, hey, we've done this for this business owner, we've done this for this business owner, this business owner, this business owner, where we're able to reduce the taxes from 25,000 to 0, this one from 100,000 to 20,000, this one, right? Like obviously proving that this method actually works. And I think it would probably benefit him to add a little bit of a mechanism, although I do think it's okay because it's so short and sweet and it's just like interest-based, right? It's just curiosity-based. Hey, if you actually want to know how to get to 0, then just click the link below. And here is where the real fun starts, right? Like he's obviously where he explains things and has obviously a long form video, a webinar, basically on demand webinar, a workshop, and where he's going to explain. But I do think if he wants to improve something, right? Like obviously we would say, hey, my name is, and I've done this and this and this and that, and it's proven. And I've done this because of this mechanism, right? Like this little secret, this little thing that you're not knowing. And you don't even have to reinvent the wheel, you just have to name it differently. Now, last but not least, this is a guy advertising to tax experts, right? So obviously, normally these people who have the coaching businesses make a lot of money with this, right? Like, and they know how to market because they marketed an accounting service, right? So his claim is, hey, he made a multi-7-figure accounting service, and now he's showing the CPAs how to do it, right? And he has a couple of ads. We're just gonna look at a couple hooks here, right?
Advisory services. This is the #1 segment of the tax industry that's growing faster than anything else, and you need to take advantage of it.
So this is a huge opportunity, right? It's growing faster than everything else. And you're not in it, right? Like
you're a CPA, EA, or tax professional, and you want to offer.
He's calling out basically in the second, he's making a curiosity-based hook, and then he's calling out the people, these ideal audience.
For advisory, but you're just not sure where to start or how. Or maybe you're like, David, I want to convert my clients, but I don't know what to say. I want to get new clients, but I don't know where to find them. Well, if this is you and you're experiencing a challenge in this way, my name is David A. Bettis, and I actually help tax.
Here's presenting himself, right? Let's see if he adds some proof to this.
Business owners just like you who want to scale their advisory services, who want to get to the next level, who want to make $25,000 a week offering advisory.
So here's the offer, right? It's hey, you can make $25,000 a week.
To maybe the same clients you're already serving or new clients that you want to find virtually. And I'm having a free event to break down exactly the formula that I've used, and so have many tax professionals just like you before, to do $25,000 a week. Join my free training by clicking on the link below.
So here, we can analyze it, right? Let's look at it. Okay, he's having a good hook. What I don't like too much is about the hook is actually not connected to to the ad itself, right? So it's kind of like, hey, this is the biggest section that's growing, but he's actually not explaining what it is. But I mean, hey, it works, right? Like obviously it's running for a while, so it works. What he's offer, right? Strong offer, $25,000 a week. He's going to scale your tax agency, who he is as well. He's probably lacking a little bit the, hey, I've done this before. This is the mechanism, right? Like it has worked for social proof, right? Like obviously adding some proof. CTA is there, so that's good. Let's look at a couple more ads from him just because I like looking at people's ads. Let's look at what he's running for a while. So this is probably the more straightforward, right? Like here's directly calling out the audience.
Attention tax professionals, listen up. If you want to make more money per client, this message is for you. Now, maybe you're struggling right now. Maybe you just got out of tax season and you're like, man, I want to make more money per client, but I don't even know where to start. You're like, should I add bookkeeping or payroll or accounting services? And maybe you've realized that adding those services just requires more work. And more work, well, that ain't good. And see, for you.
By the way, this is a very more common technique. If people are walking in the video, that kind of creates that, you know, like you don't have the thing, most of the time people are cutting a lot in the videos. So if people are walking, that kind of creates that same effect that you keep attention because things are always moving and it flows very natural. So that's a very, very great technique you see him do here with walking.
For years, I did that. In fact, for 16 years, I've been in the tax industry. The first 12, all I did is more work, adding more clients and more tax returns, more bookkeeping, more payroll, more insurance, all with the hopes to get what? More money. But what if I could tell you or share with you an easier way? What if you didn't have to just do a bunch of taxes and file thousands of returns just to make a buck? What if you could do it by offering something simple, something like advisory? See, advisory is giving advice to your clients, offering simple tactics and strategies to help your clients save money on their taxes. And guess what? You probably already know them. You see, you're probably
hey, this is easy. You can easily make more money, right? Like why not do more money with less work, right? That's kind of good offer as well.
Overwhelmed when you hear that word and you say strategy, David, but that seems like a lot of work. Well, what if I told you you're probably already doing these things? Calls and texts from people asking you these questions. And even if you don't, let me tell you something. Even if you don't, why don't you get some new clients? You see, you're probably thinking, David, none of my clients would qualify for advisory. Or maybe you're thinking,
I'm going to skip it now because I do think he's rambling a little bit, but obviously, you know, like it works here, right?
tax season's over, no more excuses. Are you a tax professional who wants to offer advisory? Now is the time.
Right, so he's having good hooks. He's doing the good, you know, like I'm moving while I'm speaking. He's obviously very gifted in talking, right? And you see, like, you don't have to kind of like be a genius with ads most of the time, right? Like I would assume that like his funnel is good as well, right? Like, so that's the, like you have to have a good, you know, funnel, a good sales team to actually bring people in, right? So like obviously here is a lead magnet, register for a webinar that's done with ClickFunnels. That's nice. Oh no, it's probably go high level, right? So he, like, you don't have to be a genius with ads. Obviously he's very gifted at speaking. He makes very good ads, but like it can follow a somewhat non-ideal structure. But I always recommend people do, you know, a very simple structure. Like they have a hook, they call out the biggest pain point. This is their offer, right? Like quick thing who you are and the proof that you could probably add plus proof, right? So that you can prove how you do things with this mechanism that you actually have, right? And then, hey, if you want to learn more, click the link below, right? So that's kind of like, you see, like, you just have to find a good hook, and then you have to find a very simple structure that works for you and do these types of things, right? And then obviously you can try to get some ideas from other people who are in the same niche, who talk about people, who talk about the same issues as you talk. So yeah, I do think that's a good breakdown, right? Let me know if you're interested in more of these videos, right? Like put it in the comment section, like the video, if you like content like that. I love doing these, right? Like that's what I really, it's very low, like I would say, like it's not low effort, but it's like very, you know, it's fun to do these, right? And it's not like I don't have to pre-record a bunch of stuff. So yeah, let me know if you like that. And otherwise, have a great day. Thank you so much and goodbye.